Hold on, let me make sure mics are working. I think so. Welcome back, everyone, to the Role Players Guild. It has been
Hello.
some time, especially for this campaign. So we are going to dive right in because I know we have some recapping to do and then some game to play. So, without further ado, I am Beluga, your guildmaster here at the Role Players Guild, and I play Mark 5. Alex, passing it to you with Laura on deck.
Hello. I'm Alex, part of the Role Players Guild as well, and I'm playing Xylic Searster, the lizard folk cleric druid multiclass. Laura, you're up.
Hello, I'm Laura. I'm playing Gilzeth. He's a cute little auto gnome soul knife. I think this is the name of it, Rogue. And I just dyed my hair. And now it's B Spouse's turn.
I'm B's spouse. B may not be with us here, but I will remain B's spouse for the duration. At the moment, I am playing both B's Paladin Justice and my own Elspeth, who likes to electrocute things and people. And that's where we are. Jason.
All right. Welcome, everybody. My name is Jason. I'm your humble DM. And once again, it is time for another exciting, action-packed, adventure-filled episode of Dungeons & Dragons in the setting of Eberron. And tonight, you brave and perhaps foolish adventurers have found yourselves in a textiles factory, right? We're kind of picking up on this adventure where we left off a few weeks back. But first, just a quick recap. Your band of adventurers was called in to visit the city of Fairhaven, where you were met by one of the lead investigators of the detective branch of the City Watch. He called you into his office and explained some strange happenings that were going on within the city. A couple things that had happened that had transpired. A few months back, a gentleman by the name of Gorman Utali, a young and ambitious merchant, came to town and he brought a new thing to the market. A cool new product called the Lucidia Stones. These Lucidia Stones, they're like these shiny gems that you can buy. And when you place them on your nightstand at night, they cause lucid dreaming. And this became super popular in the city of Fairhaven and in the regions round about. However, strange things began happening, as this lead investigator from the City Watch explains to you. Some people just kind of started going nuts. They just started acting erratically and very violently. Others just began acting like somebody else, and the situation kind of escalated and got worse. There were some murders associated with these psychotic episodes. And the only thing that they can tie it back to, the only thing that they know, is that all of the people involved who experienced these awful, violent episodes had been using these Lucidia Stones. This is all kind of above the pay grade of the City Watch, so they called you in to investigate and find out what was going on. You were given a few leads, one of which was a gentleman by the name of Tobias Gravemore, who owned a textiles factory here. Tobias went a little crazy and murdered a couple of employees, and went on a rampage, and eventually just kind of had to be put down. And here you are investigating and looking through his textiles factory at night when it's dark and scary, and there are things skulking about. You've already had some scary encounters, some strange creatures coming about, and what looks to be the possessed bodies of some of the workers of the factory. And they have tried to kill you, but so far they've been unsuccessful, right? Currently, y'all are investigating this western wing of this textiles factory. You've just managed to poke your heads into what looks like the main office of Tobias Gravemore himself. We have, let's see, Mark 5 kind of peering at the door, right? Tell me what you're doing right now, Mark 5.
Oops,
You're
sorry,
muted.
I was muted. Yep. That is a good question. Have we looked in this room yet?
You've peeked in there.
peeked in there. Okay, but we haven't
Yep.
gone in this room yet.
Not that I remember. Yeah,
Alright.
you've kind of poked your head in the door. Nobody's in there. It's silent. But you've been able to kind of get the lay of the room a little bit.
Alright. Then, Mark 5 is just going to. I mean, I have my companions next to me, so I'm gonna go in and start looking around.
Okay. So stepping into the office, you can kind of see it's kind of nicely furnished, but it's also there's a little bit of clutter here and there, evidence of just kind of business as usual. There's a large oak desk, finely crafted. There are books and ledgers, paperwork on the desk. There's a candelabra and like a little desk, like a little display thingy, like maybe a little globe. Looks like something that guests are supposed to like look at and be entertained by while they're waiting for Tobias to make it back to his office. There's a set of reference manuals on this credenza. And can you guys hear my cat trying to get in the room?
No.
No.
Okay, good. It's a good microphone, right? All right, there's a set of reference manuals on this like credenza wood piece here. And a couple of other mismatched items, some other keepsakes on this secondary ancillary desk that you're standing in front of.
Okay, so that's a desk.
There's-
I thought it was a bookshelf. Okay. So,
Uh-huh. Yep.
Okay, so yeah, I'm mostly just looking for anything that would have to do with these stones, because I feel like Mark 5 just joined, and that's like the minimum of what they know right now, is these Lucidia stones.
Sure. Okay.
I'd like when I notice her enter the room or notice them enter the room, I'll put my hand on their shoulder and cast guidance.
Okay. All right, casting guidance. So you'll receive some aid in your any of your efforts there to kind of dig up any evidence,
Okay.
anything of that nature. Okay. And looking about the room at first glance, everything looks like it's in its place. I mean, you can see, some papers are kind of strewn about and things like that, but you don't really see any kind of like no evidence of a struggle or anything of that nature. It doesn't look like anything's been, nothing really looks out of place, I would say, so far.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
mostly looking for any like objects, paperwork, or books or anything that would lead me to believe it has something to do with these stones that they're looking for.
Okay, you got it. All right. Give me a quick investigation check.
Alright. And you gave me guidance, so that's a D4, correct?
Yep.
Investigation is okay. Ah, you son of a bitch. I rolled a nat 20 as my prep for this dice.
Nice.
And it will
Uh-oh.
decided to be a
Oh,
jerk.
not right now.
No, not right now, no.
I was excited for you.
That's going to be an 11.
Okay. All right. So at first you're kind of glancing about, and you're just about to kind of give up, and that's when you begin to kind of look at some of the schedules and shipment notifications on the ledgers on the desk, and you begin to kind of notice they look a little strange. The names that are given. You think maybe they've been speaking that they're written in code. I mean, they're shipping things like bananas, children's toys, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks to you like, and you can clearly see the locations where these things are going, but it looks like they're not really disclosing what actually being shipped.
Okie dokie.
Okay.
I will then just, as people start coming in and moving about, I will just start moving on and hold on to the evidence until I have everything from this room to present.
Okay. All right, you got it. Let's see, Gilzaf, lingering outside the door. Tell us what you're up to.
Well, Metamy is super interested in going and helping you crack a code, but I don't know if it's there. So, I am watching all of our friends out here. There was a whole bunch of dead people. So I'm keeping an eye on them because we've had dead people that have attacked us before.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
I am gonna move like I'm gonna say there so that I have a wider view of the rest of the room and seeing what all the rest of my friends are doing.
Okay.
And I can kind of see through the open door to Mark 5. Wave hi.
Okay.
Mm.
Alrighty. Let's see. Passive perception, Mark 5.
My passive is 14.
Okay. All right. So you do hear kind of footsteps from outside the door. Glancing out there, you kind of catch a view of Gilzaf heading off towards these corpses. Undoubtedly very curious about them, as they were kind of dropped in the heat of battle, and no one's really had much of a chance to kind of look them over more closely just yet. The two of you kind of meet eyes, and Gilzaf kind of waves.
Mark 5 kind of gives like a curt nod and goes back to searching.
Okay.
Nice. If I had a
Right.
stick, I'd be poking the dead guy with a stick, but I don't want to poke him with my hand. That seems dangerous.
Right.
Ew,
Okay.
I got guts on my finger.
I look over to Gilzaf, and I'll use Druidcraft to create a length of like an oak branch, just like 1.5 feet in length, and hand it over to Gilzaf.
Okay.
Poke, poke,
Right on.
poke, poke. I will absolutely use that to poke the dead body.
Okay. Poking the dead body with the Druidcraft created oak branch. Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. It flinches when you poke it.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like a short movement.
Like a short movement, like I've just poked it movement, or a short movement like poke flinch.
It's kind of a faster reaction to that. When you first poked it, it just kind of like flinched just a tiny bit.
Oh shit!
Can I perceive/investigate this corpse to make sure it's dead? Is that
Yeah.
a survival check? Medicine check?
Medicine
What is
check.
that?
Yeah, we'll do medicine.
check. We're gonna do a medicine check of 8. It's not my
Okay.
strong suit. I don't know anything about y'all meat bags.
Okay. All right. Yeah. It appears dead. I mean, it's clearly been mortally wounded. When this one died, the body just kind of ripped open, and if you recall, it's definitely messed up beyond repair. You think maybe there was some kind of a nerve connection, perhaps? Maybe there was something buried in its nervous system. You're
Like
pretty sure that, like a what?
Like an axe buried in his nervous system.
Right.
Like
Okay,
Gimli,
yeah.
an axe
Oh yeah,
buried
there's
in
the
his...
reference. That's right. Yep. That's a deep reference. That's from the
That's a great.
it's actually from the extended
Twin
versions,
Towers.
isn't it?
It is. It is from the extended version.
Yep.
I think it is.
2 Towers.
2 Towers,
Yeah, Two Towers. Yep.
Yeah.
Right after
Battle
the
for Helm's
Battle
Deep, I believe.
of Helm's Deep. Yep. You're right.
Yeah.
You think it might be that kind of a situation. You're pretty sure. Based on your rolls. You think maybe that's what's going on.
Ultimate
Yeah.
test, because I know if I wasn't dead, I'd stop it. I'm gonna rifle through his
Okay.
pockets.
Okay, you got it. reaching down a rifle through his pockets, you kind of disturb the corpse a little bit, and you kind of move it a certain way, and a big shiny gem rolls out of the pocket. Ding 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 ding. It like gleams in the moonlight.
Does it look like one of these stones that we've been destroying?
It sure does. It looks just like one of those.
I'm going to loudly shriek because I'm already on nerve because this guy's been twitching,
Okay.
and jump back.
Okay.
And I can, in fact, stab it with a knife, but I don't think that's going to destroy a stone because it's not bludgeoning damage. And I don't have anything that's bludgeoning damage, so.
Okay.
Justice
All right.
does. He's got a hammer and he's right there.
So I definitely shrieked and jumped back, like, ah, a stone.
Yeah.
I don't want to shriek,
All right.
though. That seems like it would hurt your ears. I'm sorry.
Okay. Yeah.
You all right over there, little fella guy thing?
One of those stones we've been destroying. Kill it with fire. Or, well, not fire. Maybe, do you have a hammer? Smash it with a hammer. Smash it with a hammer.
Are we? I mean, I know she's been blowing him up, but like, should we? Probably.
I was going to ask the same question. Would it not be a good idea to hold on to them as far as turning them into the guard's watch or the city's watch?
Okay, but I don't want to touch it. Maybe if I touch it, a weird monster guy will infect me and then I'll get split open like them.
It's a beautiful stone.
Be infected like that? I mean,
I am going to poke it with the oak stick that I have because I do like shiny things. But I don't want to touch it with my fingers.
Okay.
I'm just saying that while she's not here is probably the only chance you might get to have one that's not exploded. But if you want it broke, I can break a thing, that's for sure.
I have let's see what I have.
A boot?
I have a sweater. I have a sweater. So I'm presumably wearing that sweater. So I'm going to like get one of the sleeves down to cover my hand, like a pair of gloves, and like.
You did in fact pick up a sock.
A sock. Yes, I'm going to put the sock over my hand like a glove.
And then you can just carry it around in the sock.
All right. Yep. It looks a little out of place. It's an absolutely gorgeous gem, and I think pretty much all of your characters are aware of what it takes to create to cut such a beautiful stone. It's it's roughly roughly the size of a golf ball, maybe, and it gleams. It's beautiful, and those that are watching, Xylek can see this. Justice can see this. It seems almost a little out of place to put such a gorgeous gem into a dirty old sock. But there it is, right? After all, adventurers are adventurers, right?
Exactly. Now I have and go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna verify this is indeed Lucidia stone, right? We know what they look like. We've experienced them. We know for sure that this is one of them.
Yeah, it looks like a Lucidia stone.
Oh.
And they told you can identify these things if you do. I mean, they have markings on them. If you look at them with a with a spyglass or a magnifying glass or whatever, you will see like the licensing info or the product info, I guess you could say, etched into one of the edges of the stone. Yeah, I mean, you kind of got to have like a microscope or like a really good, strong magnifying glass to see it. But yeah, it's but you can, as you run. I mean, if you run your fingers along any of these stones, you can feel the etchings of that marking.
I don't want to touch it with my fingers, so I will not be doing that. But if somebody else wants to reach into the sock that is now tied to my belt, it's fine.
Okay.
I think we're all fairly confident we know what this is. So let's not take any unnecessary chances.
That's
Okay.
fair. That's fair. Why do I have this on my body again?
And the way that you understand these things work is that you do have to kind of sleep within their vicinity. It kind of has to be. You're not sure if there's any kind of a process that binds it to you or whatever, but maybe the last person that touches it with their bare fingers sets it on their. You basically just set it on your nightstand or set it next to you before you sleep, and it will induce lucid dreaming. It'll allow you to control your dreams.
So I think I'll be good because I haven't touched it and I don't have bare fingers. I have robot fingers.
Okay. Right?
Actually, bare fingers would be like this.
Right?
Rah. Anyways. So that's
And
what
that
I'm
would
doing.
be, yeah, and that would be, that would kind of be, might be a bit of a discussion about how your body is actually constructed, how it's articulated. When you touch a surface of something, can you feel its texture? Can you sense that something is rough or it's soft? Are you able to kind of, the way that our brains kind of gather that information?
Yeah.
How does that work for you?
I feel like it's not specified that I can't anywhere. And I feel like a merchant who commissions the making of a robot would probably commission a robot that can feel things that they touch versus just like an unfeeling like grab pincher kind of clamps.
Okay.
So I could probably feel it if I wanted to touch something that I don't want to touch with my thingies.
Yeah. Okay.
But I might not be able to feel like super nuance. Like if you have to use a microscope to see it, I might not be able to feel it. But like I could tell that like the fur of an animal is soft and like rock is hard.
Okay. Good. Okay. So I'm kind of imagining just like maybe like an array, like a sensor array along your hands and fingers.
Yeah.
Right. And then when that makes contact with the surface, something tells your brain, like, okay, yeah, this is a surface, or this is something soft, or this is something furry, or whatever. Right.
Yeah.
It's like an octopus tentacle. They have sensory organs on all their like suction buds and all along the whole length, so they can feel, taste, and like sense everything throughout their all 8 arms.
Right.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm kind of imagining something like that, and that works.
Definitely like that. Less flexible, though, more stiff.
Right. All right. Good. Mark 5, back in that office. You're looking through those ledgers, looking through that information. You find some messages, what looks like missives and messages, letters, things like that. You're able to kind of pour through communications and things, and it looks like at some point as you pour through these records, maybe just a few months ago, you notice a huge change in the communication styles of Tobias Gravemore. It looks like business as usual just a few months ago, right? Complaining about employees, I don't know, complaining about tariffs and taxation and stuff that he has to get through in order to get the job done. And then there's like this change, this change of focus in his communication, where the top priority of his organization, this operation, is moving through these particular shipments that seem to have different names every time he talks about them. Bananas, rubber balls, lucky chicken feet, whatever he refers to them as. It just becomes top priority. Everything else is secondary, and you start to see what looks like bills kind of piling up. Bills from like vendors, and complaints from customers, complaints of contracts that are not being met. It looks to you like the textile business just kind of fell off the wagon, just kind of like fell by the wayside, and everything just kind of shifted priority. His operation, his workers, his efforts, all of that, to making sure that these shipments were processed correctly and were sent to their various destinations. Most of them seem to be going to Gorman Utali. They seem to be going to his shop. Some of them are going into the hands of certain key people that you see around the city. Some of the magistrates, members of the Arcane Council, some of the leaders of different houses, things like that. People that are high up within those guilds, just things like that. He's very, very interested in making sure that these get into the hands of prominent people everywhere.
Okay. Once when I'm done, like, going through everything on these side tables over here, I'm gonna make my way behind the desk and start combing through anything on top of the desk and any drawers.
Okay. You got it. So the top of the desk contains the latest of just like the latest stuff or the latest information.
It's kind of the same thing I already found, but more recent.
Yep. The drawers contain, just office supplies, paper, quills, ink. One of the drawers is locked.
Okay. Okay, once when I've exhausted all those options, and the last thing that is the locked drawer, I'm gonna go to the entrance of the door and go, little robot.
I should be there before then.
Little robot.
I'm going to jump guiltily because I just totally stole Lucidia Stone. Me?
Okay.
There is a locked drawer.
So Mark V can see this happen because Mark V is a robot, but everyone else is a meat bag and therefore may have blinked and then seen me across the room. It's how fast I scurried over there.
Oh, goodness.
Because locked drawer, that sounds right up my alley, and I definitely want to check it for traps.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and run a quick investigation check.
Remember how earlier I said that my dice was rolling like crap?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh.
This one just rolled.
Is it time for dice gel?
Yeah, it's like dice jam.
Okay.
Dice gel. So total of 9.
Okay. All right. You're not 100% certain. Scale of 1 to 10, you're feeling maybe like a 4 or a 5 that this a 4.5 that this drawer is safe. You're not 100% certain. It kind of, as you're kind of looking at it, checking the hinges, checking the gaps and stuff like that, it does kind of move just a little bit, like a locked drawer might, but you can feel you can kind of feel it hit the locking mechanism. But you're not sure if it's trapped or not.
I'm on edge because of that Lucidia Stone that I totally have now. So I'm going to very cautiously pick the lock.
Okay.
I'm seeing if I have anything to help you, but I don't think any of my magic will help you.
In the meantime, I'd like to start exploring the other side of this area here.
All right.
So Justice will tag along.
Justice going with? All right. You got it. All right.
Thank you for lock picking.
Gilzaf, you will begin kind of working at that lock. In the meantime...
Oh, wait, hold on. Can I ask, is an ability check the same as a skill check?
No.
No? Okay.
Ability check is going to be like using, make a...
Intelligence.
Yeah. But the skill checks, and they changed it to make it clear that those are called like D20 tests or whatever now. Because when you do a sleight of hand check to open a lock, it's a dexterity sleight of hand check versus like an intelligence kind of thing or something. So it should be an ability check. It should still count like for guidance purposes, that sort of thing.
If you have proficiency, you just add your proficiency bonus, right?
Yeah.
I'm just
But,
asking
like, you know how-
because I have a specific thing that says ability checks, and I just want to know if it would work for this.
Yeah, you know how because when it comes to a tool, you can either use you can use these tools using your dexterity, or it might be like you're trying to find a way to outthink a mechanism, and so you're like poking at it in a certain way, and so it could be an int check depending on the kind of trap. That's the theory behind the. That's the theory behind it.
A game theory.
Okay. All right. Moving past, so you guys, so you carefully begin kind of picking away at that lock and attempting to open that mechanism. On the other side of the building, let me go reveal areas. This opens up this other. You're able to kind of peer into this other corridor. And the architecture just kind of appears to be mirrored from the other side.
Okay.
Polygon refill would have been better for that. But peering around this corner, you see a door here, and there's a door here as well.
Might as well stay on this floor for now.
Okay.
And then I'll head towards that.
Okay. All right. So this door here, it kind of hangs ajar a little bit.
Ooh.
Okay, I'm gonna heft my shield and look over to Justice and point out that the door seems to be open.
Okay.
You want me to go on in there first? I don't mind.
Perhaps. I'm much more defensive than I am offensive.
I try real hard not to be offensive, but all right.
Well, I got your back in case anything.
Justice will nudge the door open with his hammer and then sort of sidle into the room if it swings that way.
Okay. All right, hang on here.
I'm pretty sure it swings both ways.
Depends on the hinges.
Hey.
Hey, that's why that dating website is called that, isn't it? Because you can go both ways on it.
Also, did Ted John make this door? Because what kind of hinges does Ted John put on doors?
Yeah,
Right.
Does Ted John only work in Barovia, or is he like a multi-dimensional door maker?
Yeah, maybe the doors go between dimensions, but only if they're special.
Maybe this door needs a specialized crew of people that fix doors.
Yeah.
I learned so much
And we
from you
just
people.
killed them all.
We just mixed in like 4 or 5 different campaigns all in the span of like 30 seconds.
We definitely did.
You love us.
But I like it when
Jason.
you guys. I like it when you guys BS like that. It gives me time to make tokens.
We got you. We got you.
Oh no!
BSing is what we do. So like, if you ever just need some time, just let us know.
Let us know. Yeah.
I'll send you the text, and I'll learn about hinges and doors and swinging many ways. Right?
Jason will be like, I wrote a great adventure for you today. It is BS because I actually didn't write anything.
Something like that. All right. Peering open to that door, you hear like a kind of like a clittering and like a clicking noise, and then just kind of hear like kind of like something hitting the floor and shattering. Meanwhile, in the office, give me a quick the check that's necessary to open that to the lockpicking.
That was a 22.
Okay. All right, you're pretty easily able to manipulate that. The prongs and pins that you're able to insert into that keyhole find just the right spot, and it's like a satisfying pop, click, open, and the drawer kind of pops open, and you see what looks like a signet inside.
Ooh,
It's like a
do
it's
I?
like a metal. Yeah, it's like a metal signet. It's like a piece of brass and whatnot. It's shaped kind of like a curved square, like a square that has like inward curved corners, and has the letters GT on it. I just drew a quick sketch. Looks kind of like that, except it's not
Ooh.
backwards.
It's forward to
Wait,
me.
hold on. Let me look in the.
Mhm.
It's gonna take about 20 seconds before it shows up on the YouTubes.
Okay.
I'm sure it was fine though.
Okay. Got the letters GT on it, which is the.
Oh yeah, it's fine on the YouTube, so you're good.
Okay.
Probably
Yeah,
just your
it's got the.
camera.
Thanks.
Yeah, and that's actually the logo for Gravemore Textiles.
So, do I recognize it from anywhere else?
You recognize it from just like some of the paraphernalia around the office, the letterhead, the sign outside, things like that. It's like a metal, just a piece of brass, and it kind of like it feels kind of weighty in your hand, and it just has the that emblem, that logo emblem on the front of it, the GT for Gravemore Textiles.
I am not a magical person in
Yeah?
the slightest. I have no ability to do or see magic. The only experience I have with magic is having been part of like in the Grey Mists when they came at the end of the war,
Mhm.
which doesn't really count. But knowing all of that, does it feel magical?
Give me a quick Arcana check.
No, knowing that I know nothing about magic.
Okay, that's all right. We'll put it to the dice. We'll see what happens.
That was my first thought, and I was like, this character knows nothing about magic. Why would I have that thought?
Yeah, you never know.
But, never know. Arcana, +1. Ooh, a 12.
Okay. Yeah, it feels like it's a key to something. It feels like it's like one of those things that you just kind of place and magical runes kind of appear, like in Hollywood, and all this like cool CG happens and stuff, and yeah, with the motion graphics and whatnot, and then something magically happens when you place it in something.
So, being a person who really likes patterns and solving puzzles of a secretive nature, is there anywhere around here on the desk or in this drawer or in the room that looks like it's just missing one little brass token guy signet
Right.
that is now in my
Yeah.
pocket?
Yeah, once it occurs to you that this is like some kind of might be a key to something, you look around the room, you don't see anything right away that nothing jumps out of you that has that. This would likely be kind of a larger mechanism that this would go into. As like locks like this, keys and locks like this are pretty sophisticated.
Okay. I'm going to communicate to Mark 6 or Mark 5 that I'm looking for something that I would fit into that's not in this room. And then I'm going to attempt to take the waiting crystal ball off the front of the desk on my way out.
Okay. The crystal ball. You got it.
All of our
Okay.
friends left us, so I'm just going to go to the door and be like, "Hey guys, where'd you go?" But
Alrighty.
now I have a crystal ball in my hand.
As they're taking the crystal ball, I just want to check where the crystal ball was to see if that's where the ring went.
Okay.
Ooh,
All right.
smarty.
Looking where the what was?
So
Where the crystal ball?
where the ring is supposed to be, I want to see if like the crystal ball was hiding it when Gilzaf takes it. Like if that's where
Okay.
the opening for the key is supposed to go.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It's actually just like a desktop decoration. As you look into this crystal ball, you see this beautiful like like little sculpture of like a cityscape. Looks like these floating towers and whatnot. And as you look at the bottom, it says Sharn, City of Towers. And then and as you turn it over, you see like little tiny like flecks of glitter kind of float up from the bottom of the crystal ball, and then you turn it back over, and it looks like it's snowing over Sharn. It's really beautiful. But you also notice writing on the bottom of it saying, "From your friends at Ted John's Doors."
Whoa. I'm starting a collection because I already have a Sharn World Fair glass ball of
Right.
smoke.
What
Nice.
is great is like just imagining it like one of those gifts that like a car dealership gives you when you're like a returning customer. So
Right.
it's like
Yeah.
you got multiple doors from us, so we're gifting you a snow globe for your patronage.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like one of those.
Yeah.
Yep. And Gravemore put it on his desk for his customers to look at. Pretty sweet.
But is the
So-
desk underneath that just desk? No key opening?
No, nothing there that would look like that would indicate a spot to put that
Okay.
key signet.
I just had to look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. You never know.
With this room being checked, I'm gonna also follow Gilzaf out of the room. And
Okay.
Did Elspeth go somewhere? Because I haven't seen her on the map, but I wasn't sure.
She's out front currently. She said she had to go talk about something.
Okay, well then
Oh.
I will wait until we're with the whole group, and well, minus Elsbeth, and report
Mhm.
what I found.
Okay. All right.
And
Good.
I am just nervous about us being split apart because there was a bunch of guys that attacked us, and I believe that Mark V can protect me. But you know who could protect me better? Everyone. Which is why I'm leaving the room.
All
Because I
right.
would totally want to explore that desk more, but I'm nervous. I'm just a little guy.
You're just a little guy.
Right. All right. On the other side of the building, Justice peering into the room, right?
Yep.
All right. So the light kind of spills into the room, and you kind of see what looks like a. Let me see here. There we go.
I'm still here. Be right back.
And visual areas. All right. Sorry, where'd Laura go?
I don't know. They
She
just said
just
they
stepped
were
away.
gonna be right back.
Oh, okay. Cool. All right. All right. So yeah, peering into the room, the light kind of spills in. You see kind of like what looks like just like a wall, a small like side table with a book on it. Then as your gaze kind of moves about the room, it reveals what looks like a conference table. Looks like this is a place where people meet and discuss things. However, on the table, you see what looks like a horrible-looking creature. It looks kind of almost crab-like. It has like a long tail, and it has 4 large claws. They look like scorpion claws, except each claw is like the size of your head. Right there on the table. Can you guys see the token?
No, we can't.
No.
Okay.
No.
Hang on here. I'll move that. Token layer, like so.
Oh, cool.
And it just leaps at you, Justice, and flies across the room and attempts to strike you. Does a 12 hit you?
It does not.
Okay. All right. You see this thing come straight at you, Justice, and just those reflexes immediately kick in. You move your head out of the way just in time for this massive scorpion claw to just pummel this beautifully made Ted John's door. Just kind of punctures it. And
Wow.
the rest of you see this massive claw poke through. Looks like a giant scorpion claw poke through.
Ugh,
That is scary.
I'm prepared for
The other thing you
battle.
notice, is as it tries to pull its claw back. It kind of makes like 2 attempts to pull it back out of the door, and then it immediately just like loses its it just appears to kind of go translucent for just an instant, and then it just passes out of the door, almost like it just became immaterial for an instant to get its claw back.
That is cool. I want to be able to
Yeah.
do that. And also, he couldn't get his claw out of the door because it's a Ted Johns door.
It's a Ted Johns door. It's a good door. They make really good doors. All right. It wants to kill you. It is combat. We should roll for initiative. Unless anybody wants to do anything right before we dive in.
I would be stabbing it, so that's part of initiative.
Okay. All right, you got it. Let me throw everybody on the turn piece there.
+4.
And here we are. And I'll roll for that. Jeez. Okay.
Do I have my guy selected?
Yeah, Xylek, what's your initiative roll?
Oh, it's
Actually, a
it's a
20.
6.
Sorry, what was that?
Sorry, I put it in 6.
Okay. 6. Okay, awesome. All right, so we'll start things off. Justice, you were there first. You saw this thing. It's right behind the door, and there's a massive hole right where your face was, kind of in line with your face on the door. You can kind of see it rearing back, and it's going to try and strike again, either through the hole or just going to pummel the door. Tell us what you do.
The hell it is. Justice has a hammer. Justice is going to apply a hammer to crab thing. Because when the only thing you've got is a hammer, everything looks like a nail.
Right. There you go.
You know, when you go to the seafood boil, you have to use a little hammer to break open the claws.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you
Okay.
obliterate it.
Okay.
And that's okay.
All right.
So the first attack is a 21.
Okay. So it is like it is kind of behind the door. How are we going to deal with that? Did you throw the door open?
Uh,
Call that a free interact with object, right?
So I guess I'm confused about how the door got involved. Because we opened the door, and then it flew at Justice when he was looking in the room. So
yeah, as I
Justice
narrated
has a shield, so of the things that make sense,
Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
there's that. But if it's behind... Well,
I think
shit,
the door
if it's
goes like
behind
this, maybe?
we can just close the door and go around the other side, whatever.
You could.
It's another door. It's right here.
Another door. It's a Ted John door, and it doesn't have a hole in it. Right?
Mhm.
Yeah, sorry. As I narrated it, you kind of peered in and you saw that this thing was coming straight at you. It failed it did not hit you with its 2-hit roll. Got out of the way and through the door closed in front of you. Sorry about that.
Okay, so is the door is kind of open, like?
Yeah, you were able to kind of get out of the way. I mean, if you want to, you can, like I said, free interact with objects. You can throw that door open and use that to hit roll if you want, as you hit it with your hammer.
Yeah, just kick the door open and then apply hammer to the crab thing.
You got it.
Apply hammer.
All
to
right.
face.
So yeah. Yep. And instantly those combat reflexes just kick in. You score a strong hit on this thing. What is the damage? 11? Bludgeoning.
That's 11, and Justice does not like this, so Justice is going to apply the old paladin trend of dumping spell slots into damage.
Okay.
Mm.
You got it.
So we'll drop a level 2 spell slot, which is going to add 3d8. Here we go. 8 14 radiant damage.
Okay.
Nice.
All right, you got it. Let me check for. Okay, good. Yeah, and that just brightens up and adds that much damage. Yeah, so you just strike this thing, and that radiant damage just kind of begins to illuminate about the place and just sinks into your opponent. It kind of squeals a bit and reacts to the pain, and then quickly kind of recenters itself and prepares for its attack.
The hell it
Anything else
does.
on your
I've got
turn?
2 attacks.
Sweet. All right, swing away.
Okay, the hell it does. I had 2 attacks.
Okay. All right. Yep. It is a moment of confidence for you. It's a moment of conviction. Sadly, the actions do not match the conviction. You swing once again with that hammer, and it just jumps out of the way, just barely missing your strike. Your hammer slams on the wooden beams or the wooden boards of the floor. Quick thing, your hammer actually goes right through the floor as you look down, and there is what looks like just a dim light coming from the hole in the floor that you made.
Oh, what?
Interesting.
Not a fan of that, but all right.
Yep.
Y'all might want to go around the other side. I can keep it here, but there's another door.
Awesome.
Unless
All right.
y'all really want to go through this.
Good.
And that's
yeah,
it for Justice's turn. Yeah.
Okay, you got it. Gilzaf, tell us what you do.
So I totally hear you, Justice. How are you standing right now?
If the answer is, or if the question is, can you run between Justice's legs? Yes. If the other question is, can you throw knives between them? The answer is also
No.
yes.
Oh, yay! But I will go inside. I will go between your legs and go inside.
Yeah.
To right there. And then I will, with my soul knives, which is the class, attack 2 times, one with my hand and one with my offhand.
Alrighty.
I roll a lot of dice for this.
Right.
Plus sneak attack.
Okay. That's why I have a lot of dice. I have 19 plus 7 is 26 and a 10 to hit. I'm assuming the 10 does not hit.
Sorry. Y'all were frozen there for a minute. What was your rolls?
Oh, sorry. 26 and 10.
Okay. Yeah, so the 26 is a hit. The 10 is not.
I don't know why I just stuck that in my mouth for them.
Knife attacks, right? Okay.
Actually, I don't hold my knives. I literally slap my hand against things when I'm stabbing them, so that the knife isn't visible to the outside world. I'm just whacking it with my palm, but there's a knife in it. And that was a total of 12, 18, no, 16 damage. No, sorry, 16 plus 4 is 20 damage. All of it psychic.
Okay.
And that is my turn.
Okay.
That's all I can do.
You got it. All right. So your hits are going through. You just kind of get a sense that this thing seems to speak the language of psychic damage. It's dealing with it really effectively and very efficiently. Let's see here. All right, it's good. Was that all for your turn, Gilzaf?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, good hits, good hits. Let's move to Mark 5. Tell us what you'll do.
Okay. I'm not really sure how this spell works after the first round, and we will discuss that after the first round. But I'm going to wait. Can I see this thing? Like,
Not currently. There's a wall here,
so if I line
and it's kind of behind the door.
if I line it up, I can see through the door right in front of Justice, technically. But I wasn't sure if
Okay.
like, Justice is blocking my way or not.
Okay.
Justice is pretty
Alright, well-
big.
Yep.
He's not a small boy.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be a little bit of a DC there. There is a kind of a mangled door kind of hanging there between the creature and Justice. Gilzaf was able to slip through, so you have a line of sight, but it's a little iffy. It's not real strong.
Yeah,
You don't want to
is,
miss.
In order to target like the creature, I need to be able to see it. Is all that
Okay.
really matters. Oh
Yeah, you can definitely you can see like its black membranous membrane scales and whatnot.
that will.
Yep.
All right, so I'm going to cast infestation on this creature.
Okay.
So I cause a cloud of mites, fleas, and other parasites to appear momentarily on one creature you can see within range. The target must succeed on a Constitution saving throw, or it takes poison damage.
Yeah.
Oh, and the target moves, not the infestation. I see. Never mind. Okay. So it needs to make a Constitution saving throw. DC is 14.
Yeah. Constitution saving throw roll is 10.
Okay.
It fails.
Coolio. So it is going to take 8 poison damage.
Okay.
And then it is going to move in a direction. Let me roll the dice and see what direction it is. So it says roll a d4 for direction. So let's see. 3 is... It moves 1 square east. This movement doesn't provoke attack opportunities, and if the direction rolled is blocked, the target doesn't move.
Okay. All right. So it's
Yeah.
kind of pushed into this corner where there's this like little it's like it looks like a little like podium with a book laying on it.
Okay.
And it just smashes into that podium, and it just kind of it just separates into small pieces of wood, and the book just kind of comes crashing down and tattered, and pages kind of fall out, and it just kind of like flails a little bit.
Yeah, does it seem like the poison damage did its full damage?
You think so? Yeah, it's kind of eating into its skin a little bit, not like a necrotic wound, but just kind of like that, like just a poison.
It's not like the poison effect; it's just poison damage. So.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you think you don't really get a sense that it has any kind of a resistance to that kind of magic.
Okay, cool. And that'll be the end of my turn.
Okay. All right, we pass to Xylek. Tell us what you'll do.
Okie doke. Seeing now as the creature is out of my sight, I'm going to just maneuver myself so I can get line of sight on it. Should be good. I'm going to cast... Excuse me. I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt at first level.
Okay.
Nice.
That's a natural 20.
Okay.
So, yeah, this thing is going to die. Let's see.
Way better than Shadowheart.
Not great. So that's 7. Ooh, 8. That's 15 doubled. So 30 points of radiant damage.
Okay.
And it is glowing profusely with radiant light, which gives it the next person to attack it has advantage on it.
Alrighty.
Bonus action, I will... I don't really need to do bonus action. I think that's going to do it.
Okay.
We're all
All right,
filled
so
up.
stepping
We
in
don't
and
have anything going on right now. I'm
okay.
using no use of that, and don't need to use a spell slot. Star map. Yeah, I think that's
Okay.
gonna do it.
And that was guiding bolt you cast?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So yeah, that was an inspired spell. Stepping into that, you find a perfect line of sight, and just centering yourself and speaking that incantation. That guiding bolt materializes before you and just sizzles through the air towards your assailant, and it just buries itself within its flesh. The blast is overwhelmingly bright, and that radiant energy centers upon this creature, and it's like the glow never leaves it from the blast. It falls back against the wall, taking 30 points of damage as it was a natural 20. It is good. All right. Anything else on your turn, Xylek?
No, that's it.
Okay. All right. So it's glowing and it's taken some damage. So it just like a ridiculously fast creature, like the ghostly arachnid that it is just instantly is back up on its whatever supports this thing up. It doesn't seem to have legs, and it just lashes out with a claw. Let me see. It moves 5 feet into place, and it throws a claw at Gilzaf and a claw at Justice. We'll strike Justice first. Does a 15 hit you?
It does not.
Okay. All right. So yeah, again, it tries to strike you with this just kind of like with this massive like scorpion claw. Misses instantly. It reels and throws one at Gilzaf. Good grief. Misses Gilzaf. Unless
You're
an 11 hits
welcome.
you.
You know, an 11 would have hit me, except it doesn't.
All right. Yeah, for sure. Let's see. Okay. Ridiculous. And that's what it's got. Next time I'll be more creative. And we'll pass the turn then to Justice.
Well,
You
a
have
glowing
advantage on-
thing is great for someone with a hammer. So Justice is going to apply hammer with
Alrighty.
advantage.
You got it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I'm guessing the 24 is going to hit.
Okay. 24 hits. And the damage?
The damage is going to involve. Well, the damage is going to be 4 plus a little more radiant.
Okay.
10 for a total
Okay.
of 4. Well, 14, but 4 bludgeoning, 10 radiant.
4 bludgeoning, 10 radiant. Okay. You got it.
And then there will be. It's just the first attack, right?
Yeah.
The next attack.
It's going to be normal.
Yeah. Okay. So this one's not at advantage. And it's another 24.
Okay. All right. That's a hit. And the
And
damage?
Justice is going to add more radiant to that one. Oh, that is the saddest level 2 smite I've ever seen.
Well,
Yeah, it's rough.
5 damage, man.
Yeah, I know, but that's the level 2 spell slot. That's just.
Yeah.
Pretty rough.
I die a little
Ah.
inside.
Yeah. Yeah. It's unfortunate sometimes the dice aren't kind like that. All right. Anything else on your turn, Justice?
I think I think Justice is going to actually use. Okay, Justice is going to use Ye Old Crusher. to actually move that thing 5 feet up, like just one square up,
Okay.
and then he's going to step into the space it vacated
Okay.
to effectively
Nice.
block the entire door with his body.
Okay.
So it can't get out, although Gilzaf
Alright.
being him, he could. But that, and then that's his turn.
All right, you got it. Okay, it's good.
Cool.
All right. Does Elspeth have a turn?
No, I sent you.
She's kind of.
I sent you
You did.
a message way back there.
Okay, gotcha. She's
I did.
she's outside on the phone, right?
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
I also did forget that we have the like psychic connection going on between all of us, basically all the time. It's like for 8 hours, I think.
Yeah.
So I can let Elspeth know that we are currently in a fight if she needs that at all.
Okay.
But I have a question.
Okay. I just picture her on the phone. You know, she's just like, well, if you ask me, I think he got the recipe just fine. I think he's a little too much salt, but I mean, you know, that was fine with it. I thought it was a great turkey. Right?
And
What
then
do you mean
like
you didn't
Gilzaf-
electrocute him?
Gilzaf is tugging at your sleeve, and you're like, "Go away! I'm on the phone." The
Right.
sleeve of your mind.
The sleeve of your mind.
2 questions. Number 1 question: I liberated a short sword from the police earlier.
Uh-huh.
That is in my bag. How much of my turn do I need to take to get it out of my bag?
Right. So ordinarily, I believe it's an action to switch weapons, right?
Well, I
But-
don't have any weapons in my hand currently. I only make
Okay.
weapons in my hand when I take the attack action.
Sure.
So my hands are
Okay.
free.
Yeah, that's fine. For the sake of time and whatnot, yeah, you can grab that and attack
Awesome.
with it this turn if you need.
That is exactly what I'm going to do. I am going to attack with my liberated short sword that definitely does not say City of Fairhaven Police Department on the hilt.
Right.
With that's it.
On one side it says to protect and serve, and on the other side it says to punish and enslave.
Yeah, exactly. It's been liberated. It's fine.
Right.
And because it's a short sword, as a thief, I know how to use it. Haha.
Alrighty.
If it was any other weapon, I would not know how to use it.
Okay.
So it's +6. 18 to hit.
Okay. 18 is a hit.
Ah,
I was unaware that short swords did piercing damage.
yeah,
Okay.
it's a weird
Mhm.
one there.
So
Yeah, it'll
it's
cut through.
18, 19 plus 4 is
I just got
23 piercing damage.
23
Yeah.
piercing damage.
I rolled 2 6s in my sneak attacks. Thanks,
Right.
Justice, for being next to the enemy.
All right. So it was almost not a hit. You saw it kind of raising up one of its claws to block, but you
Woohoo.
counter maneuvered and you were able to just poke it, sinking that blade right into its flesh.
Nice. Ching.
Mhm.
I'm assuming as I took the sword out as bonus action, so that is the rest of my turn. I can tell Elspeth that we are fighting a monster in this room specifically.
Okay.
In
I
her
will say
mind.
you don't get a
May ignore it.
response, but you don't
That is
necessarily get the number
Okay,
you have
dial
dialed
tone.
is not in service.
Yeah.
The
You
mailbox
get
is
the
full.
impression it went to call waiting or voicemail.
It's probably call waiting. Actually, it went straight to voicemail. Yeah.
She's like 2 tablespoons. 2 tablespoons. Hang on. Okay, never mind. Yeah, 2 tablespoons of salt.
That is exactly what happened.
Man, that's a lot of salt, though.
That is a lot of salt. 2 tablespoons.
That is a lot of salt. All right. So yeah, radioing Elsbeth. You don't.
Yeah.
It says you don't quite get the response. All right. Anything else on your turn, Gilzaf?
Are these chairs sturdy?
They're pretty well made. Yeah. I mean, as far as like conference room chairs go, these are like these are they're not Walmart. They're probably like Wayfair or something like that.
Okay, then I'll stand on a chair.
They're more
That
Wayfair than
way-
Walmart. Okay.
That way, if
Wayfair
anybody
from
wants
Walmart.
to, yeah,
Right.
if anybody wants to try and get in the room around Justice,
Overstock.com.
I'm not in
There
the
you go.
way.
Okay.
They're definitely not Temu chairs,
Yeah. Definitely not Timu chairs.
which would honestly just be a picture of the chair, like
Right.
poster size.
It's Costco furniture.
Ooh, yeah. Hmm.
Costco furniture. Yep. It's not like top tier, but not crap, right?
Yeah.
All right.
They're not made by the Ted John of chairs, but
Right. Not exactly Ted John, but also not not like drive-through furniture,
Not
right?
one of the John family wooden carpenter
yeah.
lines.
Right.
But you probably also wouldn't see Ricky Diggett selling it.
Oh, thank God. Would not
Hey,
buy.
that was legit. Hey, my license was reinstated. All right. I love how much time we're spending on discussing the quality of the chairs in the room. That's good stuff. All right, Gilzaf, you are on the chair.
That's my turn.
Alrighty. It is good. We move to Mark 5. Tell us what you'll do.
Yeah, so this thing's still standing, right? Alright.
Yep.
We're going to send an Eldritch Blast, which is 2 rays right at it.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead, tell me.
Line of sight's a little difficult. You've got a big old paladin, southern-speaking paladin in the way.
Curious if I
you
ever
might have to
marked
work a little
down
harder.
height. No, I never
'Kay.
marked down a height, so that's in question.
Uh-huh.
Alright, no problem.
Okay. I mean, apparently he has a very wide combat stance. So we've sent a construct between those legs, a knife wielding
fair, it's
construct.
a
So you might be able to get
small
some. Yep.
Do you want me to roll
So
at
you-
disadvantage?
Not disadvantage. I'm just going to increase the
AC.
the armor classes a little bit to hit.
Okay, no problem.
Mhm. Uh-huh.
We got 2 rays coming in. One
All
of
right.
them's a nat
Coming hot.
20.
Okay.
Ooh,
That one.
that went away.
Okay, so the first one
yeah.
escapes your hand and sears through the air. And that ghostly beam it goes right between Justice's knees and pummels this creature.
And the other one was a 22.
All right, that one hits as well. You had to kind of aim that very carefully. Not too high, not too low, right?
Right.
Mhm.
Alrighty, you reach through, and all right, both of those hit. What's the damage on those?
Oh, the crit was a bitch. The
Oh,
crit was minimum of...
Ew.
What is it? Double the dice, so
Mhm.
5. But the not crit was 13. So a total of
Okay.
18 damage.
all right. All right, good.
That sucks.
Okay, whittling it down. It's still got plenty of energy, plenty of vitality left, but yeah, you're whittling it down. All right, but both of those beams do hit. Those are carefully aimed, carefully planned. They just kind of sizzle through the air and boom.
And Mark 5 also is not yet concerned for friendly fire because no one told them to be. So,
Okay. Justice
To be
currently
fair, the leader is in the lobby
okay,
On the phone.
on the phone.
on the phone.
I have a feeling she
All right.
doesn't care about friendly fire either. So, she's not
She's
going to
not
be the
Mila.
one to reprimand him.
All right.
She's not Mila. However,
However, if
Right.
you get in her way while she wants to cast a spell,
hmm Right. All right. So we have let's see, Xylek, you're kind of watching all of this. Mark 5 just pummeled this creature with 2 Eldritch Blasts. Justice is currently very grateful to the martial arts masters who taught him to stand with a wide combat stance. And Gilzaf standing upon a mid to higher quality chair, more of a Wayfair Costco chair,
Mhm.
and currently standing ready for their next move. What will you do, Zylek?
I'd like to see if I can squeeze past Justice. This table was destroyed, right?
It's in shambles right now.
Yeah. So would I be able to squeeze by him, get to
So you
this
can move
area here?
through a friendly unit
Yeah.
on your movement. You just can't end your turn in a space occupied by any other
Cool.
unit. So yeah, you can get there if you have the speed.
Yep. I have 5 feet to spare, so I'll go over there, and I'm going
Okay.
to rear my head back and expose my lizard-like or my lizard mouth and jagged razor-sharp teeth. And you
Mhm.
watch as venom starts to bubble up from my throat, and I'm going
Okay.
to cast Primal Savagery.
Excellent.
I get it. We do advantage for flanking, right?
We do.
Ooh.
All right.
Yep. We call it a murder sandwich.
That's going to be a 25 to hit.
Okay.
That's 2d10.
Do we
That's a
call it
solid
that?
hit.
What?
Do we
Yeah.
call it a
the
murder
flanking-
sandwich?
Well,
Yes, we do.
yeah. I mean,
Okay.
well, Lauren and I did in a different group. We got that from a
Yeah.
friend of ours named Matt. He called it a murder sandwich.
All right. And so that's 2d10 acid damage. That's 11 points of acid damage.
All right. So that sears through, and let's see here. Is just acid? Is acid a form of damage? Is that what it is? Acid damage?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Takes it. Sorry. What was the amount again? 11?
11.
All right. You got it. All right. So yeah, that just that sprays all over this creature, and it just kind of begins to steam and sear into its flesh. It reacts with a squeal.
Okay. Is it still up?
It's still up.
Okay.
And it's kind of just
as
trying
my-
to regain its senses right now.
As my bonus action, I'm going to use Hungry Jaws and make a bite attack at it.
Okay.
All
right, bite away.
It's not going to be my spell attack. Be bite, so +4. All right. 1d6. Oh, I get advantage on it still. 17 a hit.
17 is a hit.
All right, that's going to be 6 points of piercing damage, and I gain 3 temporary hit points.
You got it.
And that is my turn.
Okie doke. All right, pass to the
Make like
DM.
2 savage bites on the carapace of this creature and just go to town.
There you go. Chomping into its flesh. It tastes weird, man. The texture is odd. It's kind of like it's like it fizzes a little bit and kind of like almost evades your teeth a little bit. Like it's just kind of trying to not get bit by your teeth. But it's almost like it's kind of disappearing in your mouth a little bit and then reappearing. It's a little odd. All right.
What a weird texture.
Indeed. So this thing kind of rears up, surrounded by its enemies, wounded, and not sure exactly what to do next. It kind of rears up on its haunches, and you hear this thing just kind of inhale, and its lung, whatever it uses to take in the air, whatever, it kind of expands, and it just lets out with this awful shriek. Everyone within 10 feet of this creature, give me a quick wisdom saving throw.
Would
The people near Justice get to add 2 from his aura.
Oh, thank you.
For saving throws. Good.
And you said wisdom, correct?
Wisdom.
13 for me.
Okay.
Was that with the 2 from Justice?
Yep. I rolled a 3.
Okay.
Ugh.
All right, Justice. That's a 21, so a 23.
Yeah.
And then Gilzaf,
17.
17.
I am
And
not
Xylek
wise.
Was a 13.
is a 13. Okay. All right. So Gilzaf and Justice, you two are fine. Xylek, your eyes are getting heavy. You feel super, super sleepy. Just that awful feeling like a sugar crash, or 2:30 in the afternoon at the office. It just feels like that. You are just and pretty soon the sleep just kind of overtakes you. Give me a quick charisma saving throw real quick.
Ooh.
Damn it, I rolled a 3 again. So 6. Do I still get the +2 from Justice?
Yep.
I mean, it's not going to make a difference. 8 total.
Okay. 8 total. Yeah. Okay, you fall into this horrible deep sleep. Like just conked out. And that's when you kind of feel within your sleep, you just kind of feel maybe like a dream. You kind of feel your own faculties, your own willpower kind of succumbing to something else. And you rise up from your sleep, and however long it took for that to happen, and you just look about you and see the room full of enemies.
Oh. Oh
All right. Sorry, how do I whisper again? It's like /W, right?
Slash
Or
W.
Slash W.
Yeah.
/W.
no. And then you have to put his name in there. The Xylek, I think, is.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
with a Z.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Zylek.
All right, there it is. Okay. All right. So on your next turn, let's see, and this will go for. We'll go for 3 turns, and this is your directive. Okay.
Oh.
We'll pass the turn to Justice. Okay.
How does Xylek look to Justice?
Yeah.
A little
Like he had an
hostile.
episode and he's just a little bleary-eyed.
You could little not so bleary-eyed. He just kind of looks not himself, I would say. He's looking straight at you like you're a turkey leg.
I
Oh,
was inviting you.
Okay.
well, this crab won't kill itself.
Okay.
Hey, we don't have a bard or a charisma-based only spellcaster like a sorcerer, so you're right, it
Right.
won't.
Okay.
I don't think either of those hit, do they?
Oh, I think you're a little distracted. Yeah. Yeah, not your best hits. Both of those do miss. This creature evades your strikes, and you're a little. Looks like you might be a little distracted by the idea that there might be 2 threats on the board now instead of 1. Anything else on your turn, Justice?
He's gonna suggest to Gilzaf that maybe don't kill the lizard man.
Okay.
But if you
No problem.
knocked him out, Justice would understand.
Okay.
Fair.
All right. Maybe a directive for non-lethal damage, right?
Just a suggestion.
Okay.
Just
yeah.
a little bit.
All right. We'll pass to Elsbeth. I tell
No.
them to clear out the cat box. They don't do it. I don't know what else I got to do. And then we'll pass the turn to Gilzaf.
Question. When you say to Xylek that he sees a room full of enemies, does that include the enemy that was an enemy before?
You'll
Essentially.
find out on his turn, I think.
I ask because the enemy of my enemy is my friend, and therefore I'm still in a murder sandwich.
Okay.
Question, does Mark 5 know what's going on in there?
It's pretty telling. So basically, a murder sandwich flanking constitutes being between two allies, or having your enemy
Okay.
set between two allies.
Two allies.
You get a real sense right now. I mean, it's just basically
Not
just
my
going off
ally.
a look on his face. Zylek is not currently your ally.
But he looks hungry.
That's fair.
He does look very hungry.
I was just making sure that it wasn't two people that were willing to say that the person in the middle was an enemy. So, not advantage, I guess. I'm going to use my short sword that I still have in my hand. To whack at the crab thing. And can I? I'm wondering if my character thinks that perhaps he just needs to be snapped out of it with pain.
Okay.
I'm going to try it. I'm going to try snapping Xylek out of it with pain by using my offhand attack to throw a psychic dagger his way into a non-lethal spot. Non-lethal damage. I'm sure that a D4 will not actually make you die, but just in case.
Okay. Guess we'll find out.
Okay.
I have. Oh no. I have. That oh no was for you, Xylek. I'm so sorry.
Oh no.
For the short sword, I have a 22 to hit.
Wait. Is the short sword to Xylek?
No, the short sword is to the crab guy. Short sword also has a total of 15, 16, 24 piercing damage. 24 piercing.
Okay. Sorry, what was the 2-hit roll? I was reading. I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry. Oh, you're fine. 22.
22. Okay. Yeah, that's a solid hit. And you said how much for the damage?
5, 10,
15,
16, 24. Yes.
24. Okay. Alrighty.
And then
Okay, it's good.
I threw my offhand psychic dagger at Xylek non-lethally, and I did roll a natural 20.
Okay.
So
all right, that's good.
Unfortunately, you are going to take a full 4 psychic damage.
Oh,
so sorry.
Man.
Okay.
There goes my 3 temporary hit points.
Right.
Did that seem to snap Xylek out of his angry days?
Right. So yeah, I mean it's a tricky hit. Ordinarily, line of sight would have been a real problem, but on a natural 20, that's gonna get through. Xylek, you're just kind of standing there, and you're beginning to kind of figure out your targets and how you're going to execute this directive. When you are smacked in the face with the point of a psychic dagger, dealing those 4 points, it hits you just kind of right between the shoulder and the neck there, causing a bleeding wound, dealing 4 points to you.
Mm-hmm.
You get very angry. As you kind of figure out where that came from, you see this little robot kind of creature construct looking straight at you, and you immediately know that attack came from them. You just feel an intense amount of rage towards that creature for striking you.
I get the sense that in fact did not snap you out of your days.
You see Xylek well up with rage at you.
I'm sorry.
See the foam starts to gather at the corner of my maw.
If it makes you
Only hit
feel any
the
better,
mouth.
I used the sneak attack damage on the crab guy.
That's true.
Right.
Thank you for that.
Yes, indeed.
The offhand was only 1d4, so I was like, it can only deal up to 4 damage. So
Very cool. All right. Yeah. Anything else on your turn, Gilzaf?
that's it. I look scared now.
Okay. You got it. Mark 5. Outside the room, tell us what you'll do.
Do I know what's going on with Xylek yet?
You heard the shriek. It doesn't seem to be. You don't see. You're probably not real aware. It's kind of a very limited field of view.
All right.
You think you saw a psychic blade whiz through the air, almost deliberately, very deliberately looking, and you heard the impact that sounded like it might have hit like lizard flesh, but that's about all you know right now.
All right. Since I have no idea what's going on, Eldritch Blast to the crab.
Okay.
Apologies.
Justice still in the combat horse stance,
Okay.
right?
Oh.
You
Okay,
haven't
that's
yet,
good.
like, moved to protect anything?
What?
He's got his tidy whities protecting everything they can. They're keeping him snug and close to the body.
Good.
All right.
Got the yep. It's got the banana hammock, resting. Everything's tucked away, right?
That's why the Tactile Factory is getting bananas delivered to it. For the banana hammock.
For the banana hammocks.
Okay,
Hmm.
so
Makes
one
sense
of
now.
them
Right,
is a 22 again. And
Okay.
the other is a 13.
Okay. All right. So the 22 sizzles through, and lands on your target. What's the damage on that one first?
That's only gonna be 6 damage.
Okay. All right. 6 damage. Let's see. Let me calculate that real quick. Okay. The second one, Justice kind of moves just a hair to the left, changing his stance just a little bit, shifting his weight. Justice, you feel a searing pain hitting you right on the side of the knee there, on the inner side of that knee. What was the damage on that?
Oh, that one was
on that Eldritch Blast?
that was a 12.
Okay. All right, Justice taking 12 points of what's the damage on a psychic?
Force.
On a sorry,
Force.
it's force
Force.
damage.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Striking them in the knee. Okay. Let's see.
Justice is swearing in Goblin.
Wait, do I
Right?
speak Goblin?
Hold on, yeah, double checking. I don't think I know that, but we'll see. Where are my languages? Oh, there we go. Nope, that's not one of them.
Oh, I know Goblin. I understood that reference.
Uh-oh.
Language.
All
There
right.
are children that are not present.
Okay.
Wait, where is your daughter? Oh, the babysitter.
Babysitter. All right. Anything else on your turn, Mark 5?
No, that's it.
Okay.
Since I don't know what's going on with Xylek, I'm just popping shots off on this crab.
Okay. I mean, if you want to get, as a help, if you want to get to a better vantage point, you can move through friendly units, as long as and you turn on an empty space. But that's up to you.
Mark 5 is more of a ranged fighter.
Okay. All right then. All right, it's good. Okay, so we'll pass to Xylek, and then after Xylek, do you guys want to bring in Elsbeth?
That is
Really just I want to bring an Elspeth.
that is up to Elsbeth.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, if we do that, we'll bring her in right after Xylek, if she chooses to enter. All right.
Okay.
She does
All
have
right.
basketball.
Yep. Okay, Xylek, tell us what you do.
All right.
I'm sorry.
So, immediately, you watch as all the white painted tribal tattoos that adorn, my green scaly skin, they all glow brightly, and you can see
Mhm.
that a number of the joints and the angles are glowing as constellations. And you watch as my form starts to slowly but gradually uh, transcend from material flesh to that of astral star shapes and a cosmic coalition of star constellations. As I use a bonus action to
It's nice
form
knowing you
into
guys.
my starry form, uh, immediately as I transcend my form, a spectral bolt of energy forms at the end of my hand, and I make a ranged spell attack against Gilzef. That's going to be. Ooh, it's probably going to miss with a 13.
Ooh, so close, but no cigar. It misses.
All right. Then, as that's my bonus action, as my full action, I need Gilzef, Justice, and the monster all to make a Constitution saving throw, DC 16.
Okay, everybody, including this guy, huh?
Yep. As I cast
Okay.
Thunder Wave at 4th level.
Do
Alrighty.
I still get the 2 points?
Yes.
Mark 5
Good.
is fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So the crab saves.
Uh-oh. I'm pretty sure this was a 3, but I accidentally moved the dice when I went to pick it up. But I'm pretty sure it was a 3, so 5.
Okay.
Why couldn't you have made it a dexterity saving throw so I could use evasion?
Right.
So those who failed under a 16 are going to take 18 points of thunder damage, half to the crab, so only 9. But Justice and Gilzef are bludgeoned 10 feet away from me.
Okay.
Like 10 feet more away?
Yeah.
5, 10. I have been knocked off of this chair that I was on,
Mhm.
and into this bookcase. Does the chair knocking off send me prone?
Roll a roll a dexterity check. I would say, right?
I'll absolutely roll a dexterity check. Yeah, let's do that.
Like that one, do you?
I like that one a lot more.
All right.
It's still a 10.
Okay. All right. Yeah, middle of the road. You make it.
Oh, awesome. Yay. I was gonna put that
Yep.
dice in dice jail otherwise.
Yep. The chair comes. It falls over, goes crashing to the floor. Doesn't seem to be damaged at all. As it was, it's like I said, it's like a middle of the road quality. More Wayfair than Walmart. You're on your feet.
Fair. Nice. Good. Awesome. Aha.
Okay. All right, Xylek
Um,
casting that thunder wave.
yeah. I am then going to. I'm going to accept the attack of opportunity as I'm going to move. What should I do here instead? Oh, here you go. Rah.
Okay. Mark 5. You see this this constellation
Hmm.
wild form, right?
Yeah, I'm like a floating astral cloud of dust and stars,
Okay.
constellations, and
Okay.
did
And it
I
just
ever do
erupts
to
out of the
you?
doorway and comes straight at you.
You didn't even
Oh,
see
did
me.
you see that?
What did I do to you?
No, that's a good point.
Wow.
No, that's a good point. I'm gonna go back to my original idea and go back up to the top, to the opposite end. That's because
Okay.
you're right. I didn't see her. I don't know if she's exactly there,
Okay.
but yeah, still
All right.
still gonna take that attack of opportunity though.
Okay. Yeah. The crab creature does not attack.
Oh, oh,
Right now you guys are bros.
okay.
So yeah, combat
Versus-
parking there in the northern corner. All right. Anything else on your turn, Zylek?
That's me.
All right, we're good. Do we want to bring in? Did you want to bring in Elsbeth?
Yes.
Okay.
She has been coming back this whole time. So she throws
got it.
open the door to the everything on fire.
She just didn't respond to my text when I
Yeah,
sent
the
it.
community meme.
Yeah, pretty much. She was on the other line, so she got it. She just, was talking to
Okay.
Didn't
someone more
respond.
important.
Right.
And
Isn't that basically everyone?
to her, yeah. Does a quick look around. Definitely doesn't like whatever that is. Has no idea what that's all about. Is nominally still allied with this one. Knows that those two shouldn't be against a wall looking like that.
Okay.
And so she does what any normal, reasonable person would do in this situation, I think.
And cast Fireball. Just kidding. that's what
No.
that's what
This is Elsbeth. She casts lightning bolt.
More like a lightning
yeah,
storm.
yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
A chain light?
She casts fireball transmuted into lightning.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
There we go.
Something lightning.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a combination of what we both said. We both win.
That's
Right.
not true. She doesn't know that the lizard's been biting people, so she can
Yeah.
she can focus fire a little better than that, and that little critter gets well, she just sends a whole big old lightning bolt at it.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Okay.
Dex save 15 for half.
Okay. Dexterity modifier. Yeah, it's a 14 for this creature.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
Wowzers.
Yeah, so
It's a
13
massive
lightning
lightning bolt.
damage. And if it's resistant to lightning, no, it's not.
Okay.
Ooh.
All right. Let's see. Fuzzy casting, no resistance. Not bad. Okay. Elsbeth, scoping out the situation and quickly deciding, in a situation where, when in doubt, cast lightning. Erupting and electrifying the room with this bolt. It shoots forth and obliterates this creature. It just separates into pieces about the room. And everything just kind of comes
Wow.
crashing down in a big mess, in a hailing mess of flesh and fluids and severed claws, which may or may not make nice souvenirs. Zylek, you awaken from whatever it was that held you bound. Your vision kind of clears, and you look about the room, and it's kind of like, how did I get here? What happened here? Situation. Elsbeth, sorry, I narrated there. Continue your turn, please.
Elspeth just looks at everyone and is like, what in the hell have you all been doing in here? Are you quite done? Because I have to go.
Thank you, Mom. But not really, I don't call you Mom. But thank you. Zylek, are you okay now?
I just sheepishly blink and wonder how I got into this portion of the room. It's not where I remember I was.
Right?
What happened?
I don't know. It screamed at you, and then you started attacking us.
No.
So the room just kind of falls silent, and everything kind of it's that post-combat, the adrenaline is still kind of rushing, hearts are still beating fast, but you kind of look around the room and just kind of get a sense that that particular encounter is ended. Dialect, something happened to you while you were in that trance. You saw things. You saw plots within plots. You saw plans within plans. You saw lots of things kind of happening. And it's kind of taking you a little bit to process what it was you saw, but you were basically granted a window into what's happening here. And and with that, we will find out what it was you saw in our next episode. Is there anything anybody wants to do before we close out for the night?
I look down at my claws, hearing my voice being not necessarily its normal cadence, as it comes out sounding like tinny and sounding like it's from far away. And I look down and I see that my claws are in their astral form. So I immediately drop my wild shape and just kind of stare blankly and try and coalesce my thoughts into what I exactly just experienced.
Okay. You got it. And it is that shocking moment, kind of like when you just realize you were not in control of your own faculties. You don't enter that wild shape unless it's absolutely called for. So yeah, standing about. Might be some explaining to do to your teammates in our next session. All right. And with that, we'll close out for tonight. And our plan is to meet up. We're going to try and shift to a weekly schedule. However, next week I might not be available, but we will most definitely reconvene here in just 2 short weeks. And with that, Thank you all so much for your time. I'll go ahead and hand the floor back over to our gracious host, Beluga.
Yeah, just double checking the calendar for dates. So we will be back with this campaign most likely on January 29th, 2 Wednesdays from now. Also, we are returning with Rise of the Rune Lords tomorrow, our bi-weekly Pathfinder campaign.
Fancy!
Or every other week campaign. Is that still bi-weekly? I don't know.
I believe so.
Because I know
Technically,
it could
bi-weekly
also
is both twice a week and every other week.
Yeah, so we'll just say every other week to be clear. So we will be returning with that. And yeah. As of right now, that's all we've got going on, though I'm trying to see what more I might be able to fit in this year, because I want to make sure that we get to some other stuff this year as well. But for now, this is what we got. So thank you everyone for joining. We appreciate everyone's support. And we will wrap this up because I never know how to wrap things up. I'm Beluga, your guildmaster here at the Role Players Guild, and I play Mark V, the Warforged, to Alex with Laura on deck.
Yes, you all know I'm playing Xylek, the Cleric Druid multiclass, and I'm Alex from Role Players Guild. So, Laura, to you.
Hi, I'm Laura, and I play Gilzaf, who is extremely sorry that he poked Xylek in the nose, but bad lizard. And you snoot, yes. And I'm gonna go find out what color my hair is in just 5 short hours. Now it's Beast Spouse's turn.
I was about to take it. Don't worry. I'm Bee's spouse. I played the half orc who got blown up by our own party member, Rude. And then brought Elspeth in because, of course, she would be the one to just be like, what the hell were you all doing while I was outside on the phone? Why are you getting into trouble? Why was this so hard? Because as far as she knows, all it took was one lightning blast to kill that thing, and you were in here causing a ruckus for who knows how long. And
I
on
was
that note,
helping, I promise.
Jason.
You bet. Absolutely. Sometimes I wish I would have gone first because it's just not as awesome as y'all's closing. But I am Jason. I'm your humble DM. I play the creatures that pit players against one another. And it is always a pleasure, always exciting to play with y'all. And we will be back here next session. And thank you so much.
All right, thank you, everyone. We will see you tomorrow, hopefully.
Yay!
Till then, bye-bye.
Yeah.